Let me home. About to go outside and walk Snoopy and shit. Bitch, already it's early in the morning and shit. I just gotta, I ain't even gonna lie. Going for my early walk and shit. Hold on. Let me zip up my coat real quick. I got y'all. She got telling me how I'm never be as good as Chase on Booty She wrong. This negative energy for me to feed off. Yeah, nah, I just got up and shit, y'all. On the walk, Snoop on for the early morning walk and shit. So pardon me how I look kinda crazy right now, I ain't even gonna front. But nah, just thoughts popped into my head and shit. You know how I be. Y'all know how I be and shit. For me, I just be like, most of the time when you get up, like you kind of in a meditative state because you just finished sleeping, you kind of not all the way up, so you like kind of still treading waters in your subconscious type shit. So you're not really up, but you like, that's why when you wake a nigga up and they could literally shake their head that they up and they still be asleep. Like you come back and they be asleep. Like, you know, your mother tell you to wake one of your siblings up or some shit, and then they would shake their head that they up. You come back and they sleep because they kind of still not really up. Feel me? They was conscious enough to respond, but they still like 1 foot in, 1 foot out type shit. Like 1 foot in their subconscious, 1 foot in their conscious mind. So yeah. But nah. Fuck was I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah. So basically I was up kinda like still in a meditative state and shit. And then this thought started flying into my head. So for me, I took it as a sign like, yo, let me go make this video real quick. For me, if the thought just fly in my head out of nowhere and I just wasn't even thinking about that, then I just take it as a sign. I just come up here and I just shit with y'all niggas. Maybe somebody need to hear it or some shit. It might reach somebody that need to hear it, but nah. So basically, it's like a metaphor, right? It's the gardener, the garden, and there's another gardener. Now, I'm gonna tell you the symbolism of the first gardener in the garden. So the gardener comes to a fresh new garden that has not been. It's not even a garden yet. You can't call it a garden. It's just a bunch of fertile land. Like it's just a bunch of fertile soil. And the gardener comes and he decides he wants to make a garden out of that land. So what he does is he plants the seeds. For me, just like you know how the shit go. How you grow something, you have to plant the seed first. It starts from the seeds. So they plant the seeds inside the land and shit. The gardener plants the seeds inside the land and begins to water those same seeds he planted every day. So then those seeds begin to grow, and the gardener feels his job is done because the garden is complete. So then another gardener comes in, and that gardener is you. That gardener is an aspect of yourself, and the garden is another aspect of yourself. Now the first gardener would be any figure in your life that laid the foundation for you. For me, the foundation, basically everything has a foundation. All the buildings, they have a foundation. The trees, they have the roots. That's the foundation. Everything has a foundation. So when you have a strong foundation, you're going to have a strong building. You're going to have a strong garden. When you have a weak foundation, you're going to have a weak building, a weak garden. It's just what it is, bro. But that's where the second gardener comes in. Because even if you haven't been given the right seeds for your garden to grow, you can still plant those seeds yourself, or you can still remove that plant that you deem that's dead, that's withering away, and come and plant something new, fresh growth. Feel me? Or chip away them dead leaves and then leave fresh growth for more new leaves to grow on that type of plant in your garden. But the seeds is symbolic too. Snoop, where you going? Yeah, but now the seeds is symbolic too. Let's say, all right, so I'm gonna give you an example from my life, right? All right, so look, my mother, she was the first gardener in my life, right? And she planted the seeds of love in me, seeds of nourishment, seeds of wisdom, right? So that's 3. I'm gonna just give y'all those. I'm not about to go into my whole life story on this shit, because that's gonna, like, my nigga, like, come on, niggas don't got time for that shit. I'm still hungry. I'm about to go eat and shit, but nah. So that's 3 seeds right there, right? Look, that's 3 seeds. So when she began to water it, and the watering is symbolic to her keep promoting growth for those same seeds that she planted in me, keep giving me that love, pouring in that's somebody pouring into you, that's somebody pouring into you. Like, she poured so much love and self-sacrifice into me, that, like, true genuine love, for no reason. She had no reason at all other than that the fact she felt she needed to, because for me, she was in tune with that love frequency, and that was just her motherly instinct. Same way an animal will just pour into their child for no reason. It's the same thing. She just poured into me for no reason. So all those seeds, feel me, and she didn't have a strong foundation. So she had her, like, the gardener, the second gardener, which is her, an aspect of herself that's just working on herself, feel me, which is the garden, another aspect of herself. She didn't have a strong foundation, so she had to do all the work. Like, the first gardener left her garden kind of fucked up, so second gardener had to come clip off them dead leaves and plant new seeds and get a whole new garden flowing. So the watering is symbolic to somebody pouring into you. The gardener didn't pour into her, but she poured into me. So those same seeds that she planted, that love, nourishment, that wisdom, those seeds got as she was pouring into me, those seeds became to grow. I mean, when you pour water on a plant, what does it do? It grows, right? Same thing. Now, you can incorporate all different type of aspects. I'm just giving you the metaphor from how it looked in my mind, right? Like, you can incorporate the sun and have your own symbolism in yourself. I could do that right now, but I just don't feel like doing it because it wasn't originally in the script for me, in my head type shit. For me, I get what I'm going. But so as she's pouring into me and watering the seeds begin to grow. So now that nourishment, that love, that wisdom, right? I don't need her to pour water in it anymore. Now all I need is the sunlight, and the sunlight is symbolic to the sunlight and the rain. The sunlight is symbolic to another aspect of myself, which is me feeding myself positive energy for my garden to grow. And the rain is just self-sufficient. It just help me. It's another symbolic to another aspect of myself, but me pouring into myself. And it's just that simple. So now I'm completely a self-sufficient garden. Now the garden doesn't need no gardener. It just needs the sun and the rain, which is me pouring into myself and me feed myself positive energy. That's all I need now. Like, I don't need nobody to give me love. I don't need another gardener or anything outside of myself to give me what I already have. And this is why a lot of people out here is like, I touched on it in my other video too. They fiending for love. They looking for love in other people. They doing that because the first gardener didn't plant those seeds of love, didn't plant those seeds of wisdom, nourishment inside of them, so they don't have it. You can't, like, just magically get something you don't have, or what you perceive you don't have, because you could still always obtain it. All of those stuff that I'm saying, it's already in you. You just gotta plant the seed yourself. That second gardener has to go in there and plant those seeds. Instead of trying to come and get another gardener to do it, you gotta go in your own garden and you gotta plant those seeds yourself, my nigga. Nobody else is gonna plant those seeds for you. They might actually. Let me stop, because I be doing that a lot of times. I do plant seeds for people, but a lot of people not gonna plant seeds for you. If anything, They gonna manipulate you and finesse you out your garden. So now they manipulating you and they control your whole garden. They control your whole emotional state, your whole state of being. They control your whole life, nigga. So you gotta be careful who you giving your garden to, nigga, cause that's a foundation. So yeah, a lot of people didn't have that strong foundation. So with a weak foundation, you're gonna have whatever that garden is symbolic to in the aspect of yourself is gonna be weak because it didn't have a strong foundation. Yeah. Basically, all I wanted to talk about, shit, that's really what it was. Again, the first garden is symbolic to the foundation. He laid the foundation out for your garden. The garden is an aspect of yourself. The gardener is an aspect of yourself. The rain is an aspect of yourself. The sunlight is an aspect of yourself. But the second gardener, which is the person that's supposed to be building upon that foundation that the first gardener left. The second gardener that's supposed to be building upon the foundation that the first gardener left. That's you. The garden is you. That's the most important part of this whole thing. This whole metaphor. The garden is you. The second gardener is you. He's supposed to be building upon the foundation that the first gardener left. And the fucking the pouring into you, that was what the first gardener was supposed to do. Now if he didn't do it, obviously those seeds never begin to grow. Or those seeds never been planted in the first place. So you therefore now the second gardener has to go and do and lay the foundation out. He has to lay the foundation out for the garden. He has to build upon that foundation. And then he has to leave the garden once it's already once he's given it the tools to survive on its own. You think these gardeners is out here in the fucking tropical rainforest and they over there watering it? No, nigga. They're not watering it because they don't need to be watered. They have all of the seeds and they have all of the seeds already grew. They're fully grown plants, my nigga. They're adult. This tree doesn't need me to come in here and water it. This tree right here, y'all can see. This tree doesn't need me to come in here and water it. Feel me? Beautiful tree, my nigga. Ain't got no leaves on it right now because it's full and shit. But tree doesn't need me to come and water it. Look, it's his own garden. The leaves done fell off. It's about to come back during the spring. It doesn't need me to do that because it already has everything it needs. So now it just relies on the rain and the sunlight. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. Feel me? Now, I just gave y'all an in-depth explanation into the metaphor, into this whole fucking allegory, this whole thing. The whole thing. I just gave you the whole drop. And it was significant to your whole life. And no person can't say they didn't feel this. If you didn't feel it, then you wasn't at a level of consciousness listening to this to where you could get what I'm saying, because there's no way you didn't feel it, because it's literally everybody. It's significant to everybody. Everybody could be compared to this tree, my nigga. You niggas be in English class, they teach y'all niggas supposed to be inclusive and shit like that. You just giving perceiving fucking what you call it, an object, or just something that's so still, or just not human. You can say human-like aspects, or just making it alive, my nigga. Simple. So yeah, me ain't nobody gonna say they can't feel this, my nigga. I know it's resonating with niggas, bro. But not for real, on a real note though, y'all niggas, y'all gotta go in y'all garden, y'all gotta plant those seeds yourself. If y'all ain't already have a strong foundation, y'all gotta go and build upon that foundation yourself. That's what I learned. Like, everything my mother did, I didn't agree with. I had to, for me, take some of those, plant those seeds out that she planted, and I had to plant my own seeds. Like, I'm not gonna take the whole foundation, but what I perceived that was helping my garden, over the seeds that she planted, like the 3 examples I gave y'all, I'm gonna leave that in there, of course. I'm gonna leave that in there, and I'm gonna build upon that. But now I'm to the point where I'm self-sufficient in that part of my garden. I don't need nothing. I don't need none of that, what I just told y'all. So I already have it within myself. I can keep building upon that myself. I don't need nobody to come and plant those and water that for me. Nah, I do that myself, my nigga. Nah, that's really all I have for y'all niggas, bro. It's a beautiful morning, my nigga. The sun is out. It ain't been out in a minute, but it's out right now. Well, I just didn't see it because I be waking up late and shit. It's all right now. I'm about to go eat me some cereal or some shit. Probably get some fruit if I feel like going to the store. I don't know. I might go outside today. Nah, I love y'all niggas. Y'all niggas keep elevating, bro. Y'all niggas, if you ain't already been doing that in the work, go inside, do that in the work. Feel me? Go build upon that garden, bro. Go clip them and weed out them leaves that you don't feel is benefiting your garden, and they dead. And what you know about dead things, if you put a rotten fruit next to some healthy fruit, it's gonna rot all of the rest of the fruit. Oh, I thought Snoop left me and shit. She just went upstairs. She's cold. She out. Nah, if you put a rotten fruit next to a healthy fruit, it's gonna rotten all of those fruit. And this is symbolic to it. This is connecting to everything, people and all of that. If you standing next to a negative ass person, that person, negative energy is going to influence you to be negative. Same thing. If you have some dead plants and dead leaves around your newly fresh garden, it's gonna influence and emit that dead energy around your whole garden. You don't want that there, bro. The same way if you left a fucking dead rat body in your crib, your whole crib gonna be smelling like shit. Cause a whole dead rat, my nigga, you got a whole dead rat and that dead energy in your crib. You don't want that shit. So yeah, go ahead. If niggas planting some negative ass dead ass seeds in your garden, go take them shits out and go plant some fresh new one and get that growth popping. I love y'all niggas though. Keep elevating yourself. X on Mac that I'm on. Peace, my nigga.